Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Sivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Sivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Sivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Monday. It is 6th of January. And it is Narayana Masa or Paushya Masa, Sukla Paksham, Saptami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today. Okay, so shall we quickly move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Sukadeva Goswami describing the 10 different characteristics of Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. So, Atra Sargo Visargasha Sthanam Poshanam Votayaha Manvantara Ishanukata Nirodha Mukti Asharayaha. The 10 topics. So far, he has given a single statement about each and every thing from starting from the Sarga to Ishanukata. So he mentions the Bhotamatmendriya Dhyam Janma Sargavadagataha Brahmana Guna Vaishamyat Visargaha Purushaha Smritaha. The creation of the Lord is the Sarga, and the creation of Brahma is the secondary creation, that is Visarga. And then Sthiti Vaikunta Vijayaha Poshanam Tad Anugrahaha Manvantarani Saddharmaha Votayaha Karma Vasanaha. And all these planetary systems and this entire universe is sustained by the energy of the Lord, Vaikunta Vijayaha. And the Poshanam Tad Anugraha, and also is being maintained by Vishnu only. Manvantarani Saddharmaha, and there are so many past the Vedic injunctions and also Smritis and Puranas for Manvantarani, Manusmriti like that for the well-being of the all the living entities. Votayaha Karma Vasanaha. And what is the driving force of the living entities so that they carry out their fruitive activities? What is the impetus? So that topics. And then Avatara Anucharitam Hareschasya Anuvattinam Avatara Anucharitam, and Krishna's pastimes and along with his devotees as well. Asya Anuvattinam, who are following the footsteps of the Supreme Lord, they are devotees. Pumsam Ishakataha Prokta Nanakyan Upabrumbhitaha. These are all coming under Ishanukata. Krishna, about the Krishna's pastimes and his incarnations and devotees, all under Ishakataha Prokta Nanakyana Upabrumbhitaha. They are mentioned in the different pastimes. Nanakyana. Okay, so in that way, he has covered 7 topics. So today he is uh, speaking on the Nirodha and Mukti, 2 more topics, 2 more characteristics. So the Nirodha, uh, so Nirodha it is again winding up all the creation, winding up all the creation. So we have got again pralayas. There are different kinds of pralayas. One is even though we are sleeping in the night, it is also a small kind of pralaya, a tiny pralaya. Again, we sleep and then wake up in the next day morning and carry out activities. Likewise, Brahma's 1 day and also Brahma's 15 years, and also later on Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu also lives, that is complete, this universal annihilation. And apart from that, the Karnodaka Sai Vishnu. When he inhales when he inhales, all the universes will go into his body again back. That is the Nirodha. Along with all his energies, they will merge into the body of the Vishnu. And then Muktihi Yatarupam. So Muktihi, it is the liberation. So at the moment, living entities are wandering in so many different bodies, like a human, cats, dogs, and trees, plants, beasts, birds, and aquatic, so many of these things, living entities. There are so many forms. So liberation from all these kinds of bodies is, and then coming back to his original position, it is called the mukti, swarupa. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is covering two more characteristics, Nirodha and Mukti. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 10, verse number 6. निरोधो अस्यानुशयनम् आत्मनः सह शक्तिभिः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यतारूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः निरोध अस्य अनुशयनम् निरोधो अस्य अनुशयनम् Nirodha is the winding up of cosmic manifestation, Asya Anushayanam, of his the laying down of the Purusha incarnation Mahavishnu in mystic slumber. This is called Nirodha. Nirodho Asya Anusayanam. And along with Atmanaha Sahasaktibihi, and also of all the living entities along with the different energies. Atmanaha Sahasaktibihi, that is called Nirodha. Nirodha Asya Anusayanam Atmanaha Sahasaktibihi. All the living entities and everything, all the creation, it will go into deep slumber within the body of Mahavishnu when he goes into Mahavishnu in mystic slumber. That is Nirodha. And then Mukti Hitva Anyita Rupam. Mukti Hitva Anyita Rupam. So Anyita Rupam, these are all temporary forms. Hitva is the leaving aside, giving up all so many different forms. And then we also wear so many dresses. Every day we wear one kind of dress. So, but what is the right dress? If which is a permanent one, which does not get older and which is always fresh and new, that is always the new. That is called Swarupa. So this is that is called living out all kinds of different bodies, different forms, and coming back to the original form. That is called Mukti. Muktir hitva anyarupam swarupena vyavastitihi. That is Mukti. So this is the Nirodha Asya Anusayanam Atmanaha Sahasaktibihi Muktirihitva Anyitarupam Swarupena Vyavastitihi. Sometimes we also see Moksha Mukti and it is merging into the impersonal Brahman. Some people mentions that one, but here Sukadeva Goswami mentioning Swarupena Vyavastitihi. That is called Mukti. Swarupena. This is Kaivalyam Iva Murtimat. In the Vaikuntha Loka, whenever living entity goes back to the Vaikuntha Loka and situate himself as a citizen of Vaikuntha Loka, that is called Mukti, complete liberation. Otherwise, staying back in the middle, either in the impersonal Brahman or staying back within these material universes. Until he becomes a citizen of Vaikuntha Loka, that is not Mukti. So here, Muktir Hitva Anita Rupam Swarupena Vyavastitihi. So translation for this verse. The merging of the living entity along with his conditional living tendency with the misting lying down of the Mahavishnu is called the winding up of the cosmic manifestation. Liberation is the permanent situation of the form of the living entity after he gives up the changeable gross and subtle material bodies. And purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Radha Sekha Mataji to read the purport, please? Available. Okay. Are any unallocated devotee, please? Gauringi Mataji,
Very Prabhu.
Usha Mataji? Yes, Mataji.
As we have discussed several times, there are two types of living entities. Most of them are ever liberated or nitya muktas, while some of them are ever continued conditions. The never conditioned souls are apt to develop a mentality of lording over the material nature, and therefore the material cosmic creation is manifested to give the ever conditioned souls two kinds of facilities. One facility is that the conditioned soul can act according to his tendency to lord it over the cosmic manifestation, and the other facility gives the conditioned soul a chance to come back to Godhead. So, after the winding up of the cosmic manifestation, most of the conditioned soul merge into the existence of the Mahavishnu, personally of Godhead, lying in his mystic slumber, to be created again in the next creation. But some of the conditioned souls who follow the transcendental sound in the form of Vedic literature and are thus able to go back to Godhead, attain spiritual and original bodies after quitting the conditioned gross and subtle material bodies. The material conditioned bodies develop out of the living entities' forgetfulness of their relationship with Godhead. And during the course of the cosmic manifestation, the conditioned souls are given a chance to revive their original status of life with the help of revealed scripture, so mercifully compiled by the Lord in his different incarnation. Reading or hearing of such a transcendental literatures help one become liberated even in the conditioned state of material existence. All the Vedic literature aimed the devotional service to the personality of Godhead, and as soon as one is fixed upon upon this point, he at once becomes liberated from conditioned life. The material gross and subtle forms are simply due to the conditioned soul's ignorance, and as soon as he is fixed in the devotional service of the Lord, he becomes eligible to be freed from the conditioned state. This devotional service is transcendental attraction for the Supreme on account of his being being the source of all pleasing humors. Everyone is after some pleasure of humor for enjoyment, but does not know the supreme source of all attractions. Raso vei saha rasam bahai evyam labda labdanandi bhavat. The Vedic hymns inform everyone about the supreme source of all pleasure, the unlimited fountainhead of all pleasure is the personality of Godhead, and one who is fortunate enough to get this information, those transcendental literature like Srimad Bhagavatam become permanently liberated to occupy his proper place in the kingdom of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is describing these two topics here. One is the Nirodha and another one is the Mukti. So there are two kinds of living entities like Dvavimau Purushau Loke Kshara Akshara Evacha Kshara Sarvabhutani Potastha Akshara Uchyate. The fallible living entities and infallible living entities. Infallible ones are all liberated ones. They're always existing in the spiritual planets. But some of them, they are fallible living entities. They are called conditions. So for the sense gratification. So the ever conditioned souls are apt to develop mentality of lording over the material nature. Therefore, the material cosmic creation is manifested to give the ever conditioned souls two kinds of facilities. One facility is that conditioned soul can act according to his tendency to lord it over the cosmic manifestation, and other facility gives the conditioned soul a chance to come back to Godhead. So one needs to go and experience those pleasures in the material world and then come back to Godhead. So two facilities. The Lord arranges these facilities again through Vedic injunctions. Vaktantyam baddhanam abhihi. And they are conditioned by this all the Vedic injunctions. If you carry out these particular activities according to Vedic injunctions, you will get good results. If you go against this one, you will get all bad results. Likewise, Shastra Vihitam. So, after winding up of the cosmic manifestation, the most of the conditioned souls merge into the existence of the Mahavishnu, or personality of Godhead lying in the mystic slumber, to be created again in the next creation. So here this is speaking about Mahavishnu, who is the source of all the universes. But here within our universe, where Chaturmukha Brahma is there, who has emanated from the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu's navel, he lies in this universe for 1,000 yuga cycles, and then after 1,000 yuga cycles, as a night time, and in the morning, again this 1,000 cycles in his daytime. And Brahma, he carries out his activities, and again Brahma, he has got likewise 100 years of his time. So again, within this universe, the living entities go back in Brahma's night and they go back into stay in the Garbhodaksa Vishnu's body. And even this universe is annihilated, then they all go back to Mahavishnu's body, like that. They go further higher levels to rest. But here that is called deep slumber, Shushupti. So we have got the Jagruti, Swapna, Shushupti. Jagruti is the daytime awakening time. Swapna is the sleeping time, like a small period of time, like we sleep in the nights. And then Shushupti is the deep slumber. It's the yoga nidra. That does not mean that he is liberated. When we sleep, that does not mean that day is not coming back again. So we have to wake up in the morning, again carry out the karmic activities. And similarly, deep slumber as well. We need to wake up in the next day of Brahma, again carry out our materialistic activities, go through all pains and pleasures. Because we are not finished the job. But once we go back, once we finish our job, then we go back to Vaikuntha. So, but here, some of the conditioned souls who follow the transcendental sound in the form of Vedic literatures and are thus able to go back to Godhead and attain spiritual original bodies after quitting the conditional gross and subtle material bodies. Gross body is the Panchabhuta, subtle body is the mind, intelligence, and ego, and purified consciousness. So that is the subtle body. So once it is everything is purified, then he will get his original position. Swarupa. Swarupena vyavastitihi. Until as long as he follows how he will get, he has to follow particular steps and process to get his original form. Otherwise, if he does according to his own whims, then he'll be coming back. So he'll be still contaminated. He cannot go out of this universe. So these Vedic sounds, they give an opportunity for us to go step by step. This is Varnashrama Dharma. Dharma is the step by step process. Again, there is in the Brahma has got another son. His name is called Adharma. So Adharma, he has begotten so many of his children, like the falsity, like Damba, bluffing, and Maya, cheating. So likewise, so many. But what is happening with that one? He begets the two children. One is girl and one is boy. They both got married. Brother and sister get married, and then they beget children, and those children get married. This is adharma process. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, so it is very. That is how generally whenever anything is happening against the this varnashrama dharma, such kind of things are condemned. So some of the religions they are taught, do not sleep with your mother, do not sleep with your sister. That are the basic injunctions for those such kind of religions are given. But somehow one of our he was saying that it is a very abominable words that speaking by other kind of people who are against the Vedic injunctions. This is adharma. So this is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter 8, um, when the Maitreya Rishi is speaking to Vidura, the verses 2 to 5, it is about the adharma. So adharma begetting the children, and then in his wife, like falsity, uh, their brother and sister, again they get married, again children, those again they get married. Likewise, he's within the four slokas itself, Maitreya Rishi says, and then he stops. It is not required. But however, who understands this, the lineage of this adharma, they will also be liberated. So this is again, so one who hears this description 3 times attains piety and washes the sinful contamination from his soul. So that is the statement of Maitreya Rishi. So here one has to follow the transcendental sound and understand what is dharma and what is not dharma as well. The material conditioned bodies develop out of the living entities' forgetfulness of their relationship with Godhead. And during the course of cosmic manifestation, the conditioned souls are given a chance to revive their original status of life with the help of revealed scriptures, so mercifully compiled by the Lord in his different incarnations. See, this is again mercy of the Lord for us. As long as we are wandering here to lord it over nature, that is all right. But at the same time, go through scriptural injunctions in a strategic way, though we are experiencing in a strategic way. So that's why we have got all this Manusmriti and Vedic injunctions. This is Dharma, Dhaka, Moksha, and so many of Mahabharata, Ramayana. How many of us are reading this Mahabharata and Ramayana? We don't get a chance. We don't get interest at all to read those things. Everyone are going to the colleges and to universities, studying day and night just to get money. That's all. We are not getting an opportunity to read all these scriptures at all. So, reading or hearing of such transcendental literature helps one become liberated even in the conditioned state of material existence. So, this is how the previously our ancestors they lived happily, though there is not much opulences of motor cars and all kinds of skyscraper buildings, everything, but still they lived very happily. We have witnessed everything. Everything is harmonious and eco-friendly. All people are coming together, sharing each other, or whatever they have got, share each other. In a small house, live 10 people, but still they are very happy. There is not much money. Money is not required for our day-to-day happiness. We just need the a land and to grow our grains, and again some cows to get the milk and milk products. So this is just is needed, and the love between the people in the within the family, within the society, that is sufficient, and follow the Vedic literatures. That is a proper life. So and here all the Vedic literatures aim at a devotional service to the personality of Godhead. And as soon as one is fixed upon this point, he at once becomes liberated from the conditional life. So here, people generally, whenever one person leaves his body, everyone speaks the philosophy also. It is normal only. They do not feel pain. So first day there may be sentiments are there, and then cry, and then after that, after few days, everyone will become normal only. But nowadays, it is also they cannot share such kind of pains. If one person leaves, they are suffer for some time, and then it becomes normal again. But they do not understand what is happening behind if he is not a Krishna conscious devotee who does not have any understanding. I mean, people who does not have understanding of Vedic scriptures, they will go through still those such kind of pains. But who has got this knowledge from the scriptures, he becomes liberated from such kind of. What is liberation means? Not getting affected by these pains and pleasures of this material nature, which is keep on changing. That is called liberation. Liberated from the conditional life. Vitaraga bhayakroda manmaya mam upasritaha bhavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavam agataha raga dvesh vimuktestu This is Raga Dvesha Vimukta. One has to free from Raga and Dvesha. That is called liberation. The material gross and subtle forms are simply due to the conditioned soul's ignorance. As soon as he is fixed in the devotional service of the Lord, he becomes eligible to be freed from the conditioned state. Okay, this is the verdict. So how it can be achieved? Free from oneself, so situate himself in the devotional service. It will automatically bring the conditioned living entity to the liberation stage. This devotional service is transcendental attraction for the Supreme on account of his being the source of all pleasing humors. Again, here describing about the why we need to situate in the devotional service. This is the for the everything is for the pleasure only, pleasing humors. And for everything, Krishna is the center point. So people who does not know this very source of this, that Krishna is the source of raso vaisa rasam hi evayam. Raso vai sa rasam hi evayam. That person raso vai rasa vigraha. This is labhanandi bhavati. One can achieve so much of pleasure when we have association with Krishna. So this is everyone is after some pleasure of humor for enjoyment, but does not know the supreme source of all attraction. This is how people uh, they're just taking some kind going to movie and for 3 hours and a few moments of happiness and coming back again morose for something else. But a devotee who spends that 3 hours in Krishna consciousness, he will experience this highest transcendent pleasure forever. And what to speak of the people who every day they are engaging in the devotional service. So the Vedic hymns informs everyone about the supreme source of all pleasure. The unlimited fountainhead of all pleasure is the personality of Godhead. And who is fortunate enough to get this information through transcendental literatures like Srimad Bhagavatam becomes permanently liberated to occupy his proper place in the kingdom of God. So this is Yada Rahitam Atmanam Bhutendriya Gunasahehi Swarupen Mayopetam Pasyan Swarajyam Ruchyati. And he experienced all the pleasures along with the Lord in the Vaikuntha planet, occupying his proper place. This is become a citizen in the kingdom of Godhead. So we have to take the Srimad Bhagavatam and read and hear all this knowledge and then situate ourselves and establish the relationship between the Supreme Lord and ourselves, occupy the position, permanent place. So this is one who is fortunate enough to get this information through transcendental literatures. But many of people also sometimes they come, they do not explore and advent all these Srimad Bhagavatam literatures. But simply they engage it. That is good, but here they will experience this kind of pleasure when going through Srimad Bhagavatam. ब्रह्मानंदो भवेदेश चेत पदार्थ गुणीकृतः नैति भक्ति सुगाम्बोधेः परमानुतुलामपि. So this bhakti again Rupa Goswami explains this bhakti sukhambodhehe. It is the ocean of happiness when it is compared with the Brahman, the happiness derived from the impersonal Brahman. It is just like a tulayam paramanu, just like a tiny mustard seed when you compare it to the ocean. That is how it explains. Naiti bhakti sukam bhodehe paramanu tulamapi. Na. So it is not even compared to that paramanu. Brahmananda bhave desha ched parada gunikritaha. You multiply so many millions of times. That kind of happiness is derived from the devotional service. All following through Vedic injunctions. Okay, so Krishna is the center point for it. So Prabhupada is describing these two topics, Nirodha and Mukti. Nirodha asya anusayanam atmanah sahasaktibihi muktihi tva anyatarupam swarupena vyavastitihi. Swarupena vyavastitihi. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, we shall go to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Rupanagar, June 15th, 1970, Los Angeles. Gargi Mataji, can I request you to read this letter, small letter, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. My dear Rupanuga, please accept my blessing. Since you met with the motor accident, although I am getting your news time to time, still I was very much anxious to write you directly, but I did not know your address. This morning I have got this address. So it was Krishna grace that he saved you from our dangerous position. This dangerous position is dangerous if it does not go away after its appearance for a while. But if it goes away, then it is a friend. Our devotee's angle of vision being that everything is emanating from the supreme danger, it's not danger. That is the consolation of Srimad Bhagavatam. A devotee takes danger as also mercy of Krishna because in everything there is a purpose of Krishna and without his um, sensation nothing can take place. Anyway, do not be worried. Krishna has saved you, and very soon you will regain strength. Your son, Simon Ekendra, is living with us comfortably. He has now by this time overcome the shock, and now he is um, presently chanting and dancing. I hope your wife is also improving by this time. According to Bhagavad Gita, we have simply to tolerate all these temporary appearance and disappearance. Our main uh, function being to make steady progress in Krishna consciousness. Please keep me informed about your progress and um, oblige your ever will wisher ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any reflections, Mataji?
Yeah, Prabhuji, this Prabhupada Singh Rubanuga, he got accident, then he Prabhupada know that, then he didn't get his address, then he sent letter every time, but he didn't get address, then this time he got this address, then he sent that letter, then he got also accident, very dangerous accident, then Prabhupada said you said for God Krishna, so he said um, is dangerous. This one is I don't explain Prabhuji. Then he talked about his son with Prabhupada. Then he is now good, and he and he is chanting and dancing, and he also mentioned his wife, and he improving. He thought that Prabhupada saying that, and then he said is appearance and disappearance about he mentioned that Prabhuji. I cannot explain properly, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. You did explain very nicely. Thank you so much. Okay. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter, and here Prabhupada is mentioning on the dangerous position. If danger is very short while, just appear, comes and goes very quickly, then it is friend. That means we need to take away from that dangerous position. Why it has come? So what is my duty right now if it comes back again in the future? So that means such kind of dangers are friendly. If danger comes and it is always staying with him all the time, like Prabhupada mentions, if a person is living in a house, there is four kinds of possible enemies. One is the snake. One is a wife who is not favorable to the husband, and a friend who has got a bad intentions towards him, and a servant who is always speaks against the master. So these are the four kinds of people. They are always accompany. But if such kind of people are exist, that person uh, can die at any point of time in his life. That is the continuous danger. So here, this kind of dangers in going on a street and then just falling down and then such kind of thing is a friend. But if it is staying there for longer time, that such kind of it is not good. But we need to learn. But here, Krishna again, a devotee's angle of vision, being that everything is emanating from the Supreme, danger is not a danger. That is the devotee's position. Because he is under the shelter of Krishna. Dehopi Devashagha Kalu Karma Yavat Swarambakam Pratsamikshita Eva Sasuhu. He is completely under the protection of the divine. He does not have to worry about it at any point of life. So that is the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam. Deham chitam na charma situm uttitam va siddho vipasati yataha adhikama swarupam daivad upetam ata daivashad apetam yet uh, this is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam by Kapila Bhagavan. So that is the position of a devotee. He is always under the uh, Daivad Upetam at Daivashad Apetam. All his activities orchestrated by the Lord. That is the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam. A devotee takes danger is also mercy of Krishna because everything there is purpose of Krishna and without his sanction nothing can take place. Okay, so that is a very beautiful point. Prabhupada is trying to describe this to Rupanaga. Okay, so and all the temporary appearance and disappearances of these small activities, tolerate all these things. And then our main function being to make steady progress in Krishna consciousness. That is ultimate thing, the fruit of our life. Okay, that is whenever we leave this body, at the end, we take all the wealth, whatever the Krishna consciousness wealth we have acquired, that we take along with us. That is our wealth. Okay, so until then, do not worry about your son or wife. They are also happy and chanting and dancing something, and also asking the well-being of his wife as well. So she is also going to be improving by this time. She might be at Rupanaga's care. But Shriman Ekandra is living comfortably with the devotees. Likewise, Prabhupada is mentioning. Okay, so that is my reflection as well. Thank you, Mataji. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we have got teachings of Lord Chaitanya at 8 p.m. Okay, so and also I have shared again these fund contributions, Lakshmi contributions towards the Narasimhadev and June, the stuff. So I think it is the best time could be on the 11th, that 11th of January, so which falls on the Saturday uh, before 8 or 2, before 8 o'clock. That is the auspicious time because by the time we have performed Ekadasi Vrata, And before we break the fast, generally we feed the brahmanas and तपो द्रविणदानैश्च श्रद्धया च ईश्वरं भज. द्रविणदानैश्च श्रद्धया च ईश्वरं भज. With faith and devotion, we worship the Lord. At that time, if we just give even the dravina, that is most auspicious. So this is again statement of Kardama Prajapati to Devhuti. Okay, just in order to before Kapil Bhagavan is born, she has gone through such kind of activities. Okay, so that's why on Saturday before 11 a.m. before break the fast, try to contribute on that particular auspicious time. Or it is not restricted anyway. It is transcendental as long as you desire to please Krishna. Okay, that's all update from me. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna conscious day, everyone.